friends, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and we are going to do another take on a one-page wonder. And I had an idea that I would do a series of my favorite one-page wonders. So some of those will be using more close to like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper like we're doing today. I'll give you the exact measurements. And then some I'll use 12 by 12 scrapbook paper to help us use up our stash. So today's project is using some really cute papers from Pink Monarch Prints, and I love their July kit. It's called Lilac Dreams. Cute, right? All right, so the first thing is you've got a little opening like cover here, and I put a little tab there and a little tag in the side pocket. And then there's several pages, and they each have a side load pocket. Look at that. And I made little cards and things and cut up some of the ephemera in the kit to just stick inside these pockets. And that's a little journaling card. So anyway, it's easy, it's fun, and then you can use whatever papers you have. So what's neat about this one is you start with a piece of paper, and it was printed on an 8.5 by 11, but the actual measurements that you're going to use is you're going to want a piece that's 10 inches by 7.5, okay? So use any paper you like, but start with a 10-inch by 7.5 piece. Then you are going to cut it in half. So you have two pieces, if this one was cut in half, that are 5 inches by 7.5, okay? And then once you've done that, okay, we've cut it in half, right? Then you're going to cut that piece in half, and you're going to end up with two pieces that are 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Okay, so you need two pieces, however you get to them, that are 3 3/4 by 5 inches. The other half of the piece of the paper, this was just to help illustrate what I was doing, you're going to cut that into two pieces that are 4 by 3 3/4. Okay, that's the 3 3/4 side, and that's the 4-inch side. So basically, you, instead of a 5-inch, you cut the piece, cut an inch off so that you have a 4 by 7.5, and then you cut it in half. So you're going to have 4 pieces of paper. I will list your measurements for you in the description in case I confused you with that. But you need 4 little pieces of paper to make this this cute little pocket folder thing. Okay, we are going to do easy scoring. So on the two pieces, oh, and I printed mine on both sides. If you don't want to print yours on both sides, or you have a scrapbook piece of paper that's only on one side, that's okay. It'll just be white, and you can always layer it or ink it or add some things to it. It's totally your call. I decided to do mine double-sided. Now we're going to score the 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece at 2 inches on that 5-inch side. Okay, so you're going to do a 2-inch, and you're going to do the other one the exact same, 2 inches. Okay, and then you want to place the one that is on the 4-inch side, okay? And this one you're going to score at 2.5. All right? So on the 4-inch side, make sure you are scoring along that 4-inch side. Score it at 2.5 inches. And that's all the scoring. Okay? So far, it's easy. Now, the pieces that are 5 inches long, these are going to end up being, it's going to end up being the cover. All right. So, where we fold it will end up being some pockets. Okay. But before you glue anything or do anything else, we're going to trim this up because I did not cut very well. Mine was not straight. So I'm just going to fix it. Okay. So you're going to have two pieces that look like that. Now, Do the same thing with your 4" by 3 3/4 inch pieces. Fold across those lines, and I will have to decide which direction I want my paper to be and which patterns here in a minute. Now, I do want to make a little notch where the pockets are going to be. So this is going to be a pocket. Okay. And then actually the other side on here, it's also going to be one of the pockets. So I need a little, I want to use my circle punch and make a little thumb notch on both side edges. Now the way I do it, I don't crease it. I just kind of line my paper up so that I can do one punch to hold it back a little. One punch, and so it kind of matches. Now, if that's like too fiddly or too hard for you, I'll show you another strategy for doing that. Okay, so now those match, and I only creased it where I was supposed to. Okay, if you don't want to do that, take it and find the center point. Okay, and just mark it. This is not quite 4 inches. I'm just finding the center point and the center point. And then you can just eyeball it. And I did pretty narrow thumb notches. I didn't go really deep with those. So anyway, you just want them in the center, as close as possible to the center. Okay, now let me move this out of the way. I am going to go ahead and ink mine just a little bit because I like that look. If you don't want to ink, you don't have to. But it's easier if you go ahead and ink before you start gluing everything together. Especially on the pockets where you load, because these will be glued down. All right, now I'm going to show you how we assemble it. The first one we're going to take, and again, we have to decide, and I'm probably maybe do them like this. Now that I've said that, right? My cover will have the paper that has a little bit of writing and it's kind of like collaged with words and things. And then the floral, did I do that the way I wanted to? Yeah. Okay. No, I wanted the contrast. Pam, you're having a hard time deciding. Okay, we're going to do it this way. So that if this is the cover, right? We have a pocket here and a pocket here. And now I'm trying to remember how I put this together. Oh, I remember. Okay, so a pocket here and a pocket here. So all we have to do is add glue. I'm going to use wet white glue. This is my Line Co. PVA glue. I'm going to add glue to this edge and to this edge because I want to leave it open. And just to make it a little sturdier, I'm going to put some right there on that third side. Okay, and then flip it over and you're going to add glue again to those three sides. Just do a thin bead of glue. Okay. So now hopefully you can see we have a pocket here and a pocket here, and this is going to be part of our cover. All right, and I'm going to do on this one the same thing. What did I do? What did I do? I gotta remember what the heck I'm doing, y'all. Okay. Like this. That way I have the contrast or the coordinating pattern. The opposite pattern. Coordinating is not the word. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking. I'm going to make sure I have enough ink there. All right, and we're just doing the same thing. So just repeat. And I just find it easy to line it up that way. And glue it together like that. And you do want to make sure your glue has a chance to stick before you start messing with these pockets too much. All right, when we get this one decorated, it's going to look just as cute as the original. All right, now to put it together, decide which one you want to be on the outside. Now, this is going to be your cover, and if you remember, I had a little pocket here. You can actually leave the pocket open. I didn't on the original, but we could do that, and I put a little tab here. It just depends on how you want to decorate it. But I know I want some kind of pocket. And I also know that I don't want to necessarily have it in the center because I like the idea of a tab, so I can have a little thumb notch here at the top or here at the bottom. And I'm going to do it like I did the original one and do my thumb notch towards the bottom. Okay, so I just eyeballed it, and I'm adding a little bit of ink because now we are going to glue this flap to this flap, just like that, okay? If it ends up hanging over a little bit, I will just trim that off with my scissors, okay? Before I glue, I'm gonna add a little more ink. And I'm also noticing I didn't trim this paper the best. I left a little bit of a white strip, and it'll make me happier if I take it off. Okay, so again, line it up. That's going to be your cover, and then you're going to have a page with a pocket, a page with a pocket, and another pocket, okay? All right. So this is a pocket, so we want to leave it open. So again, glue just on the 3 sides. It's very tempting to add glue to this entire section, and if you do that, you won't have a pocket. And I know this because I've done that. not really paying attention and just ended up closing up my pocket. Okay, I'm just trimming this off so that it looks nice and neat. And the same thing here. You know, if you cut things really straight and carefully, you probably won't have to trim, but I don't always. So it's okay because it looks great. You can just add that little bit of ink. You can straighten up your edges. And what a wonderful little one-page wonder we have here. Cute, right? All right. So I think one thing to think about and remember is whichever, the way I did this one, I did this one a little different because you had a lot of the purple showing and then quite a bit of the yellow pattern paper showing here. The way I ended up doing mine, we have a whole lot of that purple floral because I did them exactly the same. If I had switched them, we'd have some pages with the floral and then more pages with this pattern. But it's okay. Just something to think about before you glue yours together that will help. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of decorating on camera because this is the super fun part. And I have a bunch of the bits and pieces from this kit that I have been playing with because it's one of my favorite times of the month when Anna and Elena kits come out. I just love them. All right, so the first thing I want to do maybe is let's just decorate the front. We can find a little, oh, where is my crocodile? A little, make some little cards and things to go in here in a little tab. But, well, that's not the right size. Hole, this usually fits this size hole punch really well. These little tabs can just punch it right out. There. Like I said, I cut a lot of them out. The kit has all kinds of little tidbits and fussy cuts and things for you to make really cute. I'm going to make that into the tab. Really cute collages and little pieces of ephemera. Yeah, I'm going to make that into a little tab. Won't that be fun? All right, so all I did was, this is a square tab, and it has those little notches, but just fold a square in half. The way I did this one, it was a little more of a rectangle shape, and then I just curved the edges. This one I'm gonna leave just like that. And then I wanna leave the pocket open this time. So I am going to, let me see where I want it to be. I am going to, whoa, slide it inside the pocket. Okay, and then you'll see, I hope I'm on camera, you will see how that leaves it open. Okay, so we'll glue this side down. And actually it would have been easier if I just gone ahead and glued a whole bunch. So, because it's tucked in there, add glue to this entire section and just fold it in half and glue it together. Now you're gonna see what I'm talking about. We have a pocket. Now what happened here is I did that, and then I decided to put a little label, it says original, over it, and because I just wanted a little short stubby pocket. But if I want to leave the full pocket open to put something wider in here, I certainly can now. Okay, fun. And in fact, let's make something. Let's just use this piece of paper right here. I'm gonna trim it up a little, and I'm just eyeballing to see what will fit. This may still be too tall. Yep, it's a little too tall, because even though I did a thin bead of glue, it kind of closed it up, made it a little bit shorter. So here we go. Yay. All right, and I'm going to, this is double-sided paper, so I don't have to worry about like a white piece hanging out, but I am going to fold it over just a little so it isn't quite so tall and hanging out of there. Is that the right word? And maybe whichever way I put it in, the little bit of yellow should show because I folded it over like that. Super cute, right? Now it is covering up part of my tag, and if I don't want that, I could put something smaller or narrower in here, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. We're not gonna worry about it. Okay, and then on the front, I've got to decide, do I want a floral or do I want to do maybe a little collage with some of these little number images. This one has the dragonfly on it, so I think I'm going to cut it out and use it. I like the color palette. I don't usually craft with a lot of purples, but this one has the purples and blues and yellows. I showed my daughter something I had made with this kit earlier, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, I love those colors. It's almost like a play on a summer storm, you know, with the purples and the blues, but everything." So I thought, well, that's a really fun way to describe it. And all these pretty flowers and butterflies, and this, like I said, is a little dragonfly. I want to find, in fact, I may just use just a scrap of this, you know, just to add a little bit darker purple under there, and get my little butterfly or dragonfly. And I think I'm going to grab this one that has more of the black in it and see what that looks like. Give it a little pop. And this is honestly how I collage. I just sit here and play until I find something that I like. And sometimes it comes together and sometimes it doesn't. Ooh, a word. So this kit also has some words. I'm just always so happy when I have a kit that has lots of little bits to play with that coordinate. and you can mix and match too. So there are some kits that I just love the ephemera that comes with it, and I go back to it time and time again for the little labels and tags and things. And that's the beauty, I think, of being able to print paper. Sometimes when I have a scrapbook paper kit, I am always so hesitant to cut it or to use the page, because what if I want it for something else later, right? And it doesn't always get used in the same way. Okay, I like that. I like the little bit of yellow peeking out. And honestly, I'm just going to go through and decorate each page the same way, just adding some different strips and making it my own. So we'll do one more page and then I'll stop, because you get the idea. But I hope you'll make one. And if you've joined me for the first time, welcome. And if you're returning and you watch my videos, yay, thank you for coming back and seeing me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, leave me comments. I really do read all the comments and do my very best to reply to all of them. So, look at that. That's a little flower that I had cut out. I'll find a place for that here in a minute. I'm thinking I just need one more tiny little thing. There is a page in this kit too. It's a full page, like a butterfly collage page. Yeah, I love it. I think it was the June kit, and I did some specimen cards using the butterfly pages, or maybe it was a butterfly kit. I can't remember. But one of my favorite kits, and now they have, I'm going to turn the butterfly that way, added one in this color pattern to this kit. I was so excited. Okay. There we go. You know what else would be cute is I could add a little eyelet or something and do a little dangle there. Wouldn't that be fun? Ooh, maybe we'll do that. Let me take this out. This little card may end up needing to be used here in a different pocket, and I'll make something else to go in here because I want to do a little dangle. I'm going to do a dangle. So we're going to do it, punch a hole. And let me find my little tiny eyelets. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to be fun. Oh, I think I'll use a black one to kind of get some contrast. And then I have been having, I think I told you guys, I've been having so much trouble with my crocodile lately that I am going to use my little tried and true, it's old silent setter that I've had from my scrapbooking days, and see if I can get this eyelet to set better. My Big Bite crocodile seems to be doing okay, but it's still not as consistent. See how nice and flat that set that eyelet? I don't even think they make these anymore. But I have seen them on eBay. So if you are having trouble with your crocodile and want another option, that's something to consider, even though I don't think they make it anymore. Okay, and then what kind of little dangle are we going to do? I had some of these sitting on my desk. See if there's anything that I want to use. They're kind of big. Let's see. How about that little star? It says, just for you. Oh, wait. Look at the little bird. Oh my gosh. So cute. All right, we're going to use that little bird sitting on a branch. And then all I'm going to do is grab a bulb pen. I keep turning away from where I'm filming, so I hope that y'all can hear me when I do that. Just going to grab a bulb pen. Again, I'll stay with black since that's what I started with. And then maybe we'll also add a little tag. I like having odd numbers of things, so maybe a little tag, the little bird, and then something a little longer, maybe one of these. We'll see how this looks. I don't know. This just came to me at the last moment, and I love having little extras sometimes. Okay. Maybe like that. All right, so I usually use some kind of paper piercer to get a hole through the papers, but I'm just going to use the end of the bulb pen. I only have 2 that I'm trying to go through. Okay, so we'll do the bird first, and then the kind of wide but shorter piece, and then the tall skinny piece. And we'll bring it up through the eyelet. Let's see if we like it. Yeah, how cute is that? Okay, so I will off camera go through and finish decorating this one and making the little ephemera pieces and finish it up. Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna put something kind of like I did in the original one that's a little bit skinnier so that it hangs out more like that. All right, so I hope you like this project. It's, again, a one-page wonder. If you like my idea of the series of doing my favorite one-page wonders, let me know. That'll be fun to revisit some that I've made in the past and show you guys how I do that. So anyway, have a great day. Until next time, thanks for watching.